time for my 4th lesson as a right-handed golfer.
I love it.
I've had some practice time.
Great.
First 3 lessons were great. I think I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with the movements we've been talking about, so I'm not 100% thinking and conscious of them. I think they're occurring a little bit more naturally now. So I'm glad that we were able to have a little bit of a break from it just so I can get some practice in. And today after our live, I said to you, like, why don't we just do our next session with what you see as the next progression in the swing?
Yeah, sure. Let's see it. Yeah, why don't you hit some first?
Sure.
Let's just see where things are at. Okay. And then we will add the next piece. Dude, this looks a lot better. You did a good job.
I feel a little bit less awkward.
You did a good job with this. Let me take a couple of videos. Wow.
That felt pretty good.
Yeah, do one more, and then we'll add the next thing. Okay. This is not too much thinking, right?
So as long as you think the backswing width and stuff looks good, then no. Like, I'm not really thinking about that much.
Good, good. All right, yeah, let's add the next piece. So you definitely did a really good job of keeping everything we wanted, okay? So you got good width. That's perfect, okay? Oh, that's great.
Good.
The load is really good.
A little more into the hip, okay.
Perfect.
Good.
Backswing is pretty much done. I like everything about this. So now let's just start doing a little bit more downswing stuff, okay?
Sure, yeah.
So we want to help you create a little bit more separation to start the downswing, because you can see at impact you're quite square at the ball, which is expected. You know, you're a 100 shooter right now. It's very expected, okay?
Yeah.
So we want to help you delay your upper body a little bit more as you start the downswing, okay?
So you want the arms to stay a bit higher.
I want the upper body and the arms to not move as early in the downswing.
Okay.
So what you need to do when you transition, your instead of the right foot kind of comes off the ground a bit. You see that? Your right foot kind of like lifts up a bit. So we want to make sure the entirety of the inside right foot stays on the ground, because we want the inside of the right foot to be what helps you push. Yes. Does that make sense?
Yes. So in loading a little bit into the backswing.
So hold it right there. So when you're loaded, scared, everything's kind of here.
Yep.
You gotta be using the entire edge to grip the ground as you push off the inside edge. So you see when you do that, the inside edge still stays on the ground. But what you do is, watch my foot for a sec, what you do is you like get it and you do this.
Okay, so
take it lifts off the ground a bit, so you actually lose that connection. You're reducing the efficiency of your push. Okay,
so have that foot a bit more planted so that I can.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so let's try that first.
And so 2 things, obviously. Feel that contact stays, but 2, the downswing, I want to initiate it more by pushing off?
Yes, yes, yes. Better.
Tried to feel a little bit of push into the
better. So now you can see, so backswing still looks really, really good. So you're loading into that line there now, and then watch the inside right foot. So it stays on the ground.
Interesting.
See that? Good, good, good. Yeah, so let's just hit like 3, 4 more.
Okay.
Focusing on really making sure the inside edge stays on the ground. 87.5, wow.
We talked on the live, someone was asking about like not being able to transfer their weight. Is this something that someone might find, like they get here and, oh, I can't transfer my weight? If their foot's in sort of a bad position and they don't have solid base, they really will never transfer their weight.
Totally, yes. Good.
That felt really good.
Really good. Really, really good.
I think it's a better thought for me to think push off towards versus just get over here.
Totally. And that's what most people tend to do is they've been told, oh, get to your lead side. They literally just get to the lead side. They're not pushing.
You need to make the sequence get you to the lead side.
Good, good. All right. So I want to help you create some separation now, okay? So put the club across your shoulders, and then just so let's use this ball as a reference. So just make your backswing. Okay. Make your backswing turn and stop at the top. Okay. So a little higher here. Yep. So that's a full backswing turn, right? So from here, I want you to push and rotate until your pelvis is square at the ball. Show me how you would do it. So just gonna stop when your pelvis is square at the ball. Good. So you see how your chest is really square to the ball as well?
Yeah.
I want you to undo that. Do the same thing and don't touch my hand. Do you feel more stretching here now?
Yes.
Way more engaged?
So we're talking separation between upper body and lower body.
Correct.
You don't want them to be moving at the exact same rate.
Exactly. So it's the upper body obviously has to rotate,
Yeah.
but I want you to lay that start. So good. So you feel a lot more stretch, right? So from there, when you push and finish into the finish, the upper body kind of comes whipping through later in the downswing into impact, which will help you create a little bit more speed into it, and that will also help you create better sequencing. Yes, you feel that?
I do.
But really try to still capture that pushing feel with the right foot, but really feel that delay. Exactly. Does that make sense? It's just gonna feel like
Makes sense, yeah.
like a second delay with the upper body.
Okay, let me see if I can do it.
Let's try. Whoa, that's a really good first try.
I feel like I know I made good contact. I couldn't tell if the motion was.
That was a very
decent,
good Good try. Watch this.
First one was definitely.
You should be able to see some good differences here. The first face on. See how level you look there?
Yeah.
Note the space between your legs, okay? And then good, watch this, okay. Backswing still looks great.
Okay.
See
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
difference? A little bit more sinking into the ground.
Yeah. Interesting.
See how your upper body, so that pelvis to the body, you see how your chest is still facing more that way?
Yeah.
Good, good, really good. A little chunky, but the idea was really good. Do it again. You can feel the sequence difference, right?
100%. I really feel my arms are much more passive.
Great. I love. Does impact feel later than before?
That one especially. I know it wasn't the best, but in many ways that was one of my better attempts, I think.
Yeah. 87, 119.
Probably the highest ball speed we've had.
Totally with a righty, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Dude,
Well,
that sequence is looking nice.
We might have to end on that. That's the best righty swing I've ever. That might be feels better than my lefty
That's
swing.
175.
That actually may have felt better than any lefty swing. I'll watch that
Dude,
later.
92, 123.
Okay, so that's the best 7-iron I've hit since we started this series.
It looks, and honestly, like, you're going to see it when you edit this, and you guys will all see it on the video, whoever's watching. That swing, sequence-wise and flow-wise, looks way different than the start of today than even at the end of last time.
It felt
Sick.
amazing.
Yeah, it looked really, really different.
And I think the amount that I pushed down,
yes.
because I pushed down, that was able to push
You
through.
react back up and through afterwards.
And because of that, it actually rotated me.
Exactly.
And because of all that, I actually felt my arms like here.
Yes.
It was an interesting feeling.
Yeah, like you're really going to see it here. Like before, you kept your level
Yes.
quite a bit when you made your swing, which is fine. We never worked on this.
Yeah.
But now you can really see yourself have that
A little bit of
sinking
sink down.
look to it, yeah.
And I think it's a super common thing people ask, like, how do I use my lower body or legs or hips? How do I use that to start the downswing properly? And I think a lot of people just give it the spin it.
Yes.
And I was always guilty of that, even just trying to mess around with it right-handed myself. I thought, okay, well, I need to get to my forward side.
Totally.
But it was just a lateral movement.
Yes.
The way you've explained it is get some leverage through sinking down into the legs a bit and push off of that.
Yes.
And that's what creates
Totally.
the motion into the forward side.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, lots more of this to come. That was lesson 4. Let us know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.